Dear students, welcome to today's class. In this lecture video, we are going to discuss about the problems of PERT and CPM. Now, let me start the topic problems with a very small and a construction of a house. So now, if you consider the house construction as one of the project, now there are different activities and events that are involved in this particular project. Now, we can construct a network diagram for the house construction project. Now, let's consider the on the screen problem. The problem 1, that is draw a network for a house construction project, and the sequence of activities with the predecessors are given in the table below. So now on the left hand side on the screen which you are locating, there is a problem. So activity, start and end events, description of the particular event, and then predecessor, and then duration. Now before going to discuss about the problem, let's try to understand what are these components that are involved in this particular problem. Now the problem what we are supposed to do is drawing the network. Now we have discussed that in the project management, every project will be dealt with kind of development of a network diagram, and by solving the problem, by solving the network diagram, we will be able to manage the different projects. Now in this problem, we have to develop or draw a network for this particular house construction project. And the series or the sequence of activities with their predecessors are given in the below. Now let's see what the problem is given. Now this is what an activity. So now this is what an activity. So activity A, B, C, D, E, and F. These are the different activities. Now in an activity, there are different events. Now when these two events are joined together, then one particular activity will be completed. Let's say for example, uh, in this particular problem, the activity A is given. The activity A is meant the preparation of housing plan or house plan. So preparing a housing plan is an activity. Now this activity, for this particular activity to be completed, so there are two events must be happen, that is event 1 and event 2, that is starting event 1 and then ending event 2. So and now from moving to event 1 to event 2, this activity will be completed. So that's why the starting event and ending events are also given here. And then description. So what is that particular event? The description is also given. So activity A is nothing but preparation of housing plan. So now when you are constructing a housing project, when you are starting to construct a house, so what is required as a first activity is the preparation of housing plan or a house plan. And then predecessor. So predecessor is nothing but the event that has the activity that has to be happened before the particular activity. Now for example, in this case A is the activity to be completed. So for A activity to be completed, is there any before activity to be completed? That is what is indicated in the predecessor. So there is no predecessor for A, means A is the initiating activity. That is what we need to understand from that. And then activity B. So for the activity B, the predecessor is given here, that is A, which means before initiating the activity B, we need to complete the activity A. That's what its meaning predecessor means. So all these predecessors are given. Before completing C, B must be completed. Before completing D, again B must be completed. Before E, C, as such. So predecessor means that. And then duration is given. So duration is nothing but the time taken for the completion of such activity. Now activity A, that is preparation of housing plan. So what is the duration that is given here? 4. So 4 means here it can be weeks or it can be days. Now let's say consider it is days. So if you consider this is what a days, so that for completing the activity A, 4 days is the time. And then B, for completing activity B, 58 days are given. So to complete the entire construction of the house, 58 days is required. And then activity C, that is fixing doors So again, after construction of the house, we need to fix the doors. So now activity C, for which 2 days is the time taken. And then D, wiring for the house, again 2 days. And then painting the house, 1 day. And then polishing the house, 1 day. So in such a way, for the construction of the entire house construction project, we need to carry out all these different activities, and for this particular problem we are supposed to draw a network diagram. So now we already discussed about the different rules that are there for constructing the particular network diagram. Now we'll discuss about as how to draw a network diagram for the projects like this. Now a very important one when starting the drawing of a network diagram, that is understanding the different things that are required for construction of a network diagram. So first thing, when you are drawing a network diagram, we should remember that the network diagram must be started with an initiating event and ended up with the closed event, that is ending event, and initiating events must be there. And again, we'll have to give a sequential order for the numbering to the different events that are there in this particular network diagram. And then when you are drawing the network diagram, we should ensure that there is no what we call a loop in the network. So there should not be any loop in the network, that must be ensured. And so this is way we have to start the drawing the network diagram. Now let's start this. Activity A, for which the start and end events are given. So 1, 2 are the starting and ending events. Now we'll have to start with the activity A, because that is what the housing plan, which is there is no predecessor. Since there is no predecessor,